I got them. Got my binder, got my receipts. Oh, I keep my receipts. So you want to talk about it? Well, here you go. Okay, right here. So yes, I got all the screenshots. Is his number? All right, I got all of that. Here you go, Andy. Let me give it to you. Let me open this up so I can hand it to you. Because Gizelle over there looking like a frog right about now. Pass this over. Now what? What you got to say about that? What you got to say about that, Gizelle? All right, you guys, I know y'all just seen that intro. Yeah, let's talk about this. I could not wait. I didn't know they was gonna start out like this. Monique, I didn't know you was finna start bringing them receipts this early in the show. All right, you guys, so let me tell you what this channel is all about. This channel is about Kourtney and Eddie, and I'm doing this review by myself. My husband normally does the reviews together, but on the Potomac, I'm gonna do this by myself. Let me tell you what this channel is all about. This channel is about us. We do relationship topics, reviews, and right now I'm doing the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. So if you hadn't already and you already think that you're gonna like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching us via Facebook, make sure you hit like and follow. Follow us on Facebook as well, and Instagram, and all the social media sites. Kourtney and Eddie, Kourtney and Eddie. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. But let me first say this. Okay, had to go and get that hair out the way. So now, I'm gonna need Housewives of Atlanta to just go in this season. Yeah, I literally fell asleep, and I wouldn't be watching it, but it came on before Potomac. But after they stopped with Potomac, I definitely won't even be turning on that channel, period. So Housewives of Atlanta was a snooze fest at its best. I don't think it ever been that boring. It was that boring. And that extra 15 minutes, y'all could have just, I could have just hit the alarm, snooze, and wait till 15. I don't know who came up with the extra 15 minutes, but there was no need. You know, it was no need because Drew and her husband, first of all, you have to remember that Drew is an actress. And it seemed like some acting skills was going on because it went 0 to 100 real quick. And her husband is in some kind of stage play, and it's not Tyler Perry's, it's somebody's. Somebody that just started our stage play because that's how he was acting. And if y'all paid attention, he was about to laugh. So that right there was definitely scripted at its best. And it was just boring. It's boring. I like Drew. I think that Drew would be good on this show. But that part was not necessary. It just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. I don't care for nobody else's storyline because they're bored, tired, and old. We already know about the Strippergate. Really don't want to know about that. We already know about, Portia and being an activist. So, we know this stuff. So this stuff is old. What y'all gonna talk about that we don't know? We know that. I'm not here to talk about that, y'all. I'm sorry. I know y'all not here for that, but yeah. So let's go ahead and get into this Potomac because it was off the chain. All right. Now, just give a recap of the dresses, the ladies' attire. Monique, of course, was beautiful. I loved her dress. It fit her well. In an order, I would say, I can't even really remember what Karen had on. Maybe it had been something simple. But yeah, Candace in that bow, no. Wendy in that prom dress, no. Gizelle looked like something, no. Robin looking like she wearing a glove, no. And I don't remember Ashley, no. I don't remember what Karen had on, but I think it was something very simple. So I know Monique and Karen, they normally the best dressed on the show anyway. So yeah. That would be my order. They are talking about Portugal because that's their theme. That's basically a theme. Monique didn't get a chance to go. So they're talking about Portugal. That's the theme of it and everything. And they starting off talking to the lady. And it's opening up talking to the ladies. Ashley is, we know, 6 months pregnant. Of course, this was filmed, I don't know, maybe a month ago. So she, of course, is a little. Did she have that baby? I don't remember. She may have had that baby. Okay. And let me say this. I noticed Candace is acting in a movie, and it was called Christmas Lottery. And I watched it yesterday. It was on BET. And she actually did pretty good. I didn't know that was her. I was like, is that Candace? Sound like her, look like her, talk like her. I mean, she did very well. I think she did well, better than some of those people that was on there with her acting. And some of them could have been acting for a longer time than her. I didn't know that was a part of, that's what she do. And she did a great job, which makes me put things in a little bit more perspective to say that she's acting on here as well. Okay, something to think about. So they did kind of went over and did like a recap over some of the years that the ladies have been on here. So they started out with Karen over the last 5 years, because they've been on the show for 5 years, and how the girls have changed. Karen, how she's changed. She definitely has changed over the years. She definitely has changed over the years. She looks so much better. Mine is maybe some work that she may have gotten done. She looked at a little realer. You know, I think all the girls looked at, maybe it was their makeup, but they looked a little, I know it was a little younger, but they look more authentic, you know, back then. But Karen did say that she had some nose fillers, something in her nose, a little nose filler done. Gizelle, they talked about her bad fashion, and I must agree, Gizelle has very bad fashion. Karen said her fashion was very entertaining during the quarantine, because she's trying to find out what the girl got on. So she passed some time away. I thought, y'all know Karen is my favorite. She slayed in here. She came with the shade. She came with the clapbacks. She just brought it. You know, the award will go to Karen, but I'm sorry, Karen will have to be first runner up, because the award goes to Monique, hands down. She did her thing. I'm sorry. Wendy said that one thing about Gizelle, that she suffered from pretty girl syndrome, pretty girl fashion, meaning that, you know, she's so pretty that she don't have to dress like nothing. Those are lies. I don't care. You know, you can coordinate some stuff. Come on, AKA. You know, don't make your sorors look bad. So you can coordinate and put some stuff together. So that's just, you know, that sounds good, but no, that's not gonna work. Gizelle said that Monique said Gizelle fashion is like the face hand emoji. Y'all, I had to tweet that. Baby, Monique, that was girl, that was so on point. It's just like, why you do it? Who told you to do it? Oh my gosh, you're making my head hurt, my eyes hurt, everything hurt. Girl, stop. So they talked about who were the best dressed. Monique said that Karen is the best dressed. And Candace said it would have to be, she said Karen and herself are the best dressed. You know, Andy said, Monique, I thought you was going to say you. She was like, no, I wouldn't be that vain, you know. And Candace, of course, you know, said that she would. No, Candace ain't no best dressed. No. It would have to be Karen and Monique, period. It really and truly would on the show. Robin said Karen put them in front of, they were talking about the fight and Twitter, and some things that Karen said on Twitter, and talking about the blue-eyed bandits, I think the green-eyed bandits, whatever they're called, and how people started coming for Robin, and she got death threats, and people told her she needed to jump off a bridge because they felt like she had something to do with, I guess, the confusion that took place with them, which she didn't, and she shouldn't have took that person. I don't even know what the tweets was. They're talking about Wendy, keep talking about her 4 degrees, and maybe that is something in their country. You know, her mom is very proud of that. You know, that's something, maybe that's all she got. Maybe that's all she got as far as her accomplishment. Maybe that's a level of insecurity that she has. You know, I always watch Potomac, but toward the end, it got a little boring, redundant. So a couple of shows I kind of missed, but I take that back. But I did go back and look over them and did rewatch them. But I guess when it was saying stuff about 4 degrees, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to it. You know, maybe I didn't pay attention to Wendy too much because she's not much that you want to pay attention to. So maybe I just kind of tune out when she get to talking. I think that she is one that's trying to fit in, and I think she's fitting in with the wrong crowd, especially being friends with Gizelle. And they was like, well, Gizelle, you normally come for the new girl on the show. Why is it that you and Wendy kind of vibe? Is it because y'all sorors or what? She was like, well, yeah, but I liked her, No, I think Gizelle got her own motives for connecting with Wendy. Wendy has maybe, she can get her in. She has connections. I think it's more to it than that. None of the girls per se can give Gizelle connection. So I think she's using that for her own benefit, especially with her and the pastor. So let's move on. Gizelle said Karen said that Wendy is not good for the show. Now, she just called her out. And Wendy said that she think that it's because that she never came to Karen as like a big sister or mentor like the other girls did, Ashley and Candace. But she did apologize, or she did say, she didn't think that she was good for the show. Gizelle called her out and said, Karen, you did say that. And she was like, well, no, I didn't say that. But, I don't know what kind of issues they had. She had an issue with Wendy in the beginning, and Wendy knew that. She felt that. She knew that Karen didn't like her. She was kind of throwing shade at her and stuff. And so, they got past it. So hopefully they will. Okay, so let's move on to Ashley and Candace. First, Candace in this singing. Other people, and I know people said that on the last video, dropped down in the comments and said that Candace can't sing. She can't sing. She can sing better than Ashley. Let's put it like that. So Ashley need to get out her feelings because she know that she, no girl. No. And so Candace made it known that I was singing, without auto-tunes. And Ashley was like, one thing, girl, you was coming for me and my vocals and everything, and how horrible you are on Twitter, and I just wish that people wish that Candace would watch herself on Twitter. Like, she got bad Twitter behavior. I don't follow her on Twitter. I don't think I do. If so, I don't pay attention to her tweets. They really don't pop up much, so I really don't know. I'm not that interested in Candace like that. I'm really not. Now, I did tweet and I said, girl, I see you out here with your acting skills, and I did at her. I said, I see you out here with your acting skills in this movie, Christmas Lottery and everything. I said, it makes me think that side-eye looking that you is acting on Housewives of Potomac as well. Especially with this fight. You're adding too much, girl. Are you really traumatized, or is you putting them acting skills into place? Come on now, that's something to think about. Like, and she didn't even say on the reunion, not as yet, that she was in that movie. Why? I really want to know why. I really want to know why she didn't say that. She said, oh yeah, she sings, she's doing this, she's doing that, but she never said that she was an actress and she was in a movie. All right. Let's move on from that. So her and Ashley go back and forth, and Ashley's still in her feelings about how Candace acted toward her when she was pregnant, and how she went for her on Twitter and stuff like that. And Ashley needs to just pretty much get past that. Like people have said in the past, and I know you reap what you sow, and sometimes you may reap a little bit more than what you sow because you shouldn't have did what you did. But the way Ashley used a gun for people, I didn't like Ashley. I'm still not a fan of her. Babe or not, don't matter. The way Ashley used a gun for the girls before she had a baby, it was ridiculous. She was the mess starter. She's starting back to be that again. I just have no tolerance for her. So we move on to this subject that actually was a subject on this show, not per se on our channel, with Ready to Love. We talked about this because I kind of did this and people came at me and said this, but the question was asked, do y'all think that there is any colorism involved when people call Candace and Wendy aggressive. Now, I said a woman was aggressive that was on Ready to Love, and she was a dark complexion. Now, when I did call her aggressive, I didn't look at her skin tone. Monique was like, no, I don't think that has anything to do with skin tone. That has to do with character. I said the same thing. Okay. I said it has nothing to do with that. So at that time, Robin said, well, Wendy, why are you looking at me? And she was like, I just want anybody to answer the question, because we're being labeled as aggressive, and yep, you guys are not. Is it because y'all are a lighter complexion? And so that's when Monique was like, no, it don't have anything to do with that. And Wendy was saying that, I don't think that women, because we are called aggressive by the other persuasion, I don't think that we as women should call each other aggressive, because it already has a stereotype to it. And then Monique was like, well, just like people call me ghetto, so people shouldn't call me ghetto. Is that, and I understand. See, I think that Ashley can be aggressive. I don't think it has anything to do with skin tone, but that's one thing that we talked about on here. So I'm not going to go dive too deep into it, because I still don't get it. Not that y'all gotta tell me I got it, but yeah, I don't do it because of skin tone. I didn't say it because of skin tone. Let's move on to when Andy did say, well, what word can we use? And Wendy couldn't come up with nothing. She really couldn't come up. Now, she said, find another word, just like, I forgot the scenario she used. Oh, when you call your children bad, you don't say bad, say, blah, blah, blah. I agree with that, but anyway, let's move on. So if you are participating in our Christmas giveaway, then let me tell you what the word is. It's White Christmas. If you don't know what I'm talking about, wait till this video is ending, and I will try to put the clip of our giveaway at the end of this video, when it rolled, the credits roll. So you can watch. But it's White Christmas. Okay, so now let's move on. When they were taking a bathroom break, and it was like 5 minutes, Monique was talking, because they are social distancing, so they are far, seem like so far apart. But Monique was talking to Ashley, and she was just saying, you see how fake Candace acting? She was talking about that Twitter and all that stuff or whatever, but then you could see where she was, just having an attitude. And she was like, I can expose everybody up here. And Ashley like, no, don't. That was so funny, because Ashley like, no, don't do that. Because you probably saying, honey, you probably going to expose my husband and myself too. So if you get into expose, you probably going to keep on exposing. So she was like, there's a lot in this binder right here. So Andy did say, Gizelle, they said it's a pasta in your sheets. And they start showing clips of Jamal and her father and the girls. And I must agree with Monique. I haven't got to that part yet. I must agree with Monique. The girls are not happy. Their mom is back with their dad. They don't seem like they like him. They don't seem like they care for him just like the daddy don't. I'm not sure about nobody else, but they just don't seem like they too much care for him, period. And it does seem fake. It doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem genuine. It just seems very stage play. Like, what we doing here? So Andy asked a question about, Gizelle's house, her furniture and stuff like that. Karen said it looked like she got a Ronald McDonald house. Baby, she said, well, all the colors, red, blue, yellow. Karen is my girl. She's my girl. I'm sorry. She is. She is. Gizelle is getting back a lot of stuff of what she sold. So it's not like nobody's just clowning her. She loves to clown people. And we can see right now in this first episode of this reunion that she is not saying nothing. Nothing. Her mouth was shut. I ain't never seen her that quiet. Karen said that Gizelle needs to stop acting like she 20 plus, because she was like, well, there go your... Gizelle was telling Karen, okay, I'm glad you took your Geritol. And why are they trying to act like... Why is Gizelle trying to act like she in her 20s? And Karen was like, girl, stop. Even when my husband, he walked in, he was like, who are these older ladies, these old ladies on the show? And he can tell the age in these ladies. Like, of course, they they're older than, you know, Monique and Ashley and stuff like that. But why are they acting like, or Gizelle acting like she in her 20s and trying to call out Karen age? Like, girl, Karen looks good for her age. I don't know how old she is. She look good. You really need to question yours. So, somebody asked about, you know, the makeup as far as if Gizelle is still doing that hue makeup, whatever it was called. And so she was like, you know, because of the virus, things shut down, and no, you know. But Karen asked her, but are you still making? Is it still in Target? You know, you clown me about mine. Like, you came for me about my makeup. She's like, my makeup is selling. It's in stores right now. But where is yours? Is it been shut down? And she was like, the production, you know, they had to close down. So no, it's not, you know. So all of this stuff is coming to bite her in the butt. When she talked about, you know, Karen's house, when she talked about Karen's man, anything Karen doing, it seemed like it's successful. She got a makeup, she got a perfume, she got a wigs. What you doing, boo? You got a fake storyline trying to get your house together, and you said you couldn't finish that because of the virus. So what you doing? Like, what you doing? See, all this stuff, that's why I say you can't play dirty, baby. It's gonna come back and bite you slap in the booty. And let's see, they asked how the girls were doing, and she said they're doing fine. You know, they did see themselves on TV, and he saw himself, and because of that, you know, they're reconnecting. So, you know, Jamal and the girls are doing better, you know, and her dad, you know, she said, my dad gonna be my dad, you know, he just gonna be dad, so he may not never like him. That's just how he feel. He exaggerated that story. Whatever. So the question was, have the ladies seen a difference in you since y'all been back together? That's what Andy asked Gizelle. And Karen was like, are y'all back together? Karen, I like you, girl. Word on the street, y'all got an agreement to do a storyline and to keep you on the show. And I heard that, like your daddy said, he on his 7th baby with somebody. Karen, I like you, girl. And so she was like, that is not true. You know, no, that is not true. So at that time, what Monique did, I got receipts and that. I got receipts and that. So yeah, Monique pulled out the binder. Let me turn mine around. So Monique pulled out the binder. Yes, she did. With the labels. Because you go on Twitter, she said, I got labels. So she had the labels and everything on them. Okay? She pulled out that binder. And she said, this is what I got. So Monique proceeds to go slap off. She pulled out the book of receipts. Monique said that when y'all were announcing y'all were back together, turn page, together at that time, his girlfriend said that it wasn't true. He said it was just for reality television. And she pulled out the receipts. So Andy said, well, how do you know that this is real? She said, okay, well, his phone number is yada, 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 yada. Is that his phone number? It took Gizelle a minute to answer. And she said, yes, this is his number. I would have said, I'm not saying nothing. But it was like Gizelle was stunned. She was shocked. She was embarrassed. And she had nothing to say. For the first time, she was quiet. Not with a comeback. Not with nothing. You can tell the sheer embarrassment on her face. And I really and truly, I'm going to be honest, I really felt sorry for the girl. Because she know all of that was true. Monique says this female, his girlfriend, has reached out to her a long time ago, and she wasn't going to do it. Since Gizelle want to play dirty, she'll play dirty. So Monique then had the screenshot. She had all this information, and she was like, I'm not going to get into that, because we know at one point when Monique got into, when she was dating that dude, what his name was, yes, it's not important. When she was dating that dude, then she was talking to the dude ex-girlfriend and exposed some stuff about him. So I'm sure because of that, she didn't want to get into it. But since Gizelle want to play dirty and say all this stuff about her husband, then she was like, I'm coming out with the big guns. Boom, boom. Andy said, How do you know those are real? And Monique said, here is the phone number and the screenshots, you know. And the girl, she proceeds to say what the girl is saying. Well, Candace in the background. Well, honey, how you gonna just bring out this stuff? You've been trying to do this for a long time. You just trying. And so why is Candace talking for Gizelle? Right now, the gazelle got Gizelle tongue. Like, you should be talking up for yourself. Like, you don't need Candace to fight your battle. She already done got the fight. She need to focus on her own stuff. She can't afford to get in no more fights, and definitely not fighting with nobody else drama. Deal with your own stuff. Deal with your own stuff, because now I see that you are an actress, and I'm just side-eyeing your storyline right about now. I'm side-eyeing if you're going to cry on the next episode and walk away, because now I see that you're using your acting skills, girl. You're using them. So I just don't, like, Candace at that point should have just shut up. Like, this not your story. This is not your fight to fight. Gizelle can fight her own. Nobody else. If y'all notice, nobody else was fighting for Gizelle. Nobody. They were like, child. Wendy, Robin said something. Well, what does this prove? And people ignored her. And Candace, so Monique said, after she exposed and went through all those receipts and all that stuff, whatever, and Gizelle was looking embarrassed, and she said, you up there looking like a fraud, because you know it's true. And she said, and you up there with your pastor holy whore. Your kids even know about this and not happy about it. He up there slanging his D all around the church. I hope he will be sitting behind you and you know, the next episode. I hope he coming. So Karen said, is he coming? And Gizelle was like, no. Just like we thought. We expected it. So yeah, that's it, y'all. Next episode gonna be juicier. And I think the next one, I don't know if they're going to have 2 or 3, but yeah, it's going to be juicier and juicier. So if they start out like this, how we going to finish? We going to finish with that girl crying and walking off that stage and going to do that Christmas movie that she did. So yeah, and the award goes too. All right, on that note, you guys, that's all I got. I thought this was good. It woke me up because I took a nap before when Atlanta Housewives was on, so I was refreshed when I got a chance to watch this. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Tell me what you thought about this. You know, drop down in the comments. Let's have a discussion about it. What did y'all like? Who was the best dressed? What do y'all think about this? So yeah, are y'all for Monique and what she did, or y'all not for Monique? I'm for what Monique did. Not for her in that fight. Y'all know I'm not. I kind of lost some points with her. She lost some points with me when she did that fight. But I still like Monique, and I don't really dislike Candace, but she got to change her ways, period. You know, she just needs to change her ways. All right. On that note, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to do what? Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're watching us via Facebook, make sure that you like and follow. And on all social media sites, comment down below. I will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. Deuces.